Fasolasuchus. Say it. It feels jagged, doesn't it? Good. Because 220 million years ago, this thing was the reason the Triassic stayed awake at night. This wasn't a crocodile. It was the crocodile's nightmare. 8 meters long, over a ton of muscle, walking the earth before dinosaurs had even figured out how to dominate it. Before T-Rex existed, before Megalodon was a thought, this thing was already perfecting the art of killing. Scientists call it a rauisuchian. You can call it evidence that evolution had anger issues long before the dinosaurs showed up. Its legs weren't splayed sideways like modern crocs dragging their belly through mud. They were directly beneath its body, fully upright, optimized for speed, optimized for pursuit, optimized for one purpose. It didn't wait in water, it chased. A land predator wearing crocodile armor with the posture of a sprinter. When it opened its jaws, serrated teeth forged to grip and not release. Not bite and pull back, grip. And when something this size grips you, the conversation is over. Fasolasuchus ruled an entire continent before the dinosaurs inherited it. When it vanished, the planet held its breath. Then something faster took its place. Caprosuchus, the crocodile that ran like a predator. Not metaphorically, literally ran. The Boar Croc. It sounds like a bad B-movie title until you realize it's a 3-meter wall of muscle and interlocking tusks closing the distance at 20 miles per hour on dry land. Long legs fully beneath the body, engineered for land pursuit in a world where crocodiles were supposed to be ambush hunters sitting in rivers pretending to be logs. Not this one. Kaprosuchus threw out the manual. Cretaceous era, with interlocking teeth so precisely constructed they've been compared to boar tusks, interlaced so tightly they couldn't fully close, which meant whatever they caught stayed caught. Modern crocs are terrifying because you don't see them until it's too late. Caprosuchus was terrifying because you saw it coming and it didn't matter. It could outrun, outmaneuver, and outbite anything sharing its environment. It didn't lurk. It hunted, open ground, full speed, zero hesitation. The crocodile family tree has monsters at every branch. Caprosuchus just happened to be the branch that learned to sprint. But if land predators make you nervous, the next one will make you question the sky. Phorusrhacos, a bird that hunted like a monster. Because while the terrible lizards were gone, their lineage hadn't forgotten how to be monsters. 2.5 meters tall, flightless, built like a velociraptor wearing feathers as a costume. The terror bird, Patagonia, 8 to 2 million years ago, when South America was its own isolated continent, and evolution was running unsupervised experiments without anyone checking the results. It couldn't fly. It didn't need to. Its legs were forged for pursuit, capable of speeds that would embarrass most modern predators. Its beak was the weapon, not small and precise like a hawk, large, hooked, reinforced, an axe with a face. It didn't peck. It hammered. Scientists studying the skull mechanics found it wasn't tailored for gripping and tearing prey the way most predators work. It was tailored for repeated precision impact blows. It found prey, ran it down, and systematically destroyed it from the top down. For millions of years, it had no natural competitors on its continent. Then the land bridge formed. New predators arrived. And somehow, this 2.5-meter killing machine with an axe for a face lost the competition. Gone within a geological blink. But while the terror bird owned the land, something in the ocean was making Megalodon look over its shoulder. Livyatan, the whale that fought Megalodon and didn't flinch. 17 meters long, Miocene era, with teeth reaching 30 centimeters. The largest functional biting teeth in recorded natural history. And here's what makes that horrifying. Sperm whales, Livyatan's modern relatives, only have teeth in the lower jaw. Livyatan had them top and bottom simultaneously. Full mouth weaponry. These weren't display teeth, not filter structures. Hunting teeth, killing teeth, engineered to close on another whale and not open until the job was done. Livyatan was a sperm whale relative that decided filter feeding was beneath it and evolved into the most aggressive apex predator the ocean has ever produced. It didn't hunt fish, it hunted whales. It used echolocation, not just to navigate, but to locate, track, and target prey with sonar precision before closing at speed. Megalodon and Livyatan shared the same ocean at the same time. Same territory, same prey. Two 17 to 18 meter apex predators competing for identical food sources, and fossil evidence suggests they occasionally became each other's food source. There was no coexistence. This was two extinction-level predators running the same ocean simultaneously. Both disappeared around the same era. Whether they destroyed each other or the cooling oceans ended them both, the result was identical. The ocean exhaled. But long before whales ruled the blue or birds claimed the plains, evolution was experimenting with a different kind of horror. One that didn't need a backbone to be a nightmare. Pulmonoscorpius, the breathing scorpion, 70 centimeters long, the size of a border collie. Let that land. Not big for a bug. A land-dwelling predator the size of a medium dog, moving silently through Carboniferous undergrowth 340 million years ago. And the Carboniferous wasn't like anything alive today. Oxygen levels were so high a modern human would feel lightheaded just breathing the air. Giant dragonflies with 2-foot wingspans filled the canopy. Millipedes the length of a car crawled the forest floor. The trees were so dense, sunlight barely reached the ground. You'd be scanning the canopy for the giant wings. You'd be watching the enormous millipedes. And at your ankles, saying nothing, moving silently across the undergrowth, this. 70 centimeters of armored scorpion with a stinger delivering venom that ended prey significantly larger than itself. It didn't need to be enormous. It was efficient. Small enough to hide anywhere. Armored enough to ignore most threats. Patient enough to win every ambush. Evolution invented the scorpion and then never fundamentally changed it because it was already correct. The land had its silent nightmare. The ancient ocean had something older and louder in its own way. Cameroceras, the squid that ruled ancient oceans. Except calling it a squid is like calling a great white shark a fish. Technically accurate, profoundly insufficient. Up to 9 meters long, possibly longer, though some paleontologists debate the upper estimates. What no one debates is what it did with whatever size it reached. Ordovician era, 470 million years ago, when the ocean was the only place life had figured out how to exist, and Cameroceras owned all of it. A cephalopod, ancient relative of modern squid and nautilus, with a long conical shell acting as both armor and housing. Inside that shell, pure muscle. Its tentacles weren't lined with suction cups. They were lined with hooks, designed to grip under any force, against any resistance. Its beak cracked trilobite armor like a thumbnail through paper. It moved by jet propulsion, accelerating that massive body toward prey at speeds the ocean had no answer for. And the fossil record suggests it didn't hunt opportunistically. It selected. It targeted. It pursued with behavioral sophistication that had no right existing 470 million years ago. Everything alive in that ocean was either fast enough to escape or unlucky. Most were unlucky. It patrolled for millions of years without a single competitor capable of threatening it. It didn't need to evolve because nothing forced it to.